What's going on, guys? It's Colin, and just getting done band practice and heading out for just a bit of a cruise before I go home to start the work week. It is Sunday afternoon. It is May the 1st, and it's a beautiful day. It is like about 15 degrees Celsius here now, which is just absolutely perfect. This is my favorite riding weather. Right around 15, 20 degrees. Just awesome day. Had a band practice for a couple hours. Went over just reviewing some tunes that we already knew. Getting back into the swing of things after a couple of weeks on hiatus. After we recorded some videos, and yeah, we have some cool gigs coming up in the future that we're getting ready for. We're trying to bring some new cover tunes into the mix, work on some original tunes. Everything is fantastic. But, so I guess the main topic of conversation for today is the fact that this may be the only moto vlog that I post this week. And I've posted like 3 of them in the last week and a half or so, so there's a few of you that are going to be getting used to that content, and there's a number of you that are supporting it, so thanks very much. That's awesome. And I'm just glad that I like what my channel is now. I guess I'm going to rewind for a second. Hang on. So we're heading into Fredericton, by the way. A little rough. Jesus. Heading into Fredericton by way of the Lincoln Road. Just looped around through Lincoln and coming back into town that way. So, first topic of conversation is, for those of you that don't know who I am, or why you're subscribed to me, I'm Colin. I used to be known as D-Crew Colin, back in the days of Battlefield Bad Company 2 and Battlefield 3, and I made gaming videos, and I posted them on my channel, and was also associated with the guys at Next Gen Tactics, and made lots of videos and played lots of video games. And chances are, if you were into gaming videos at all, then you subscribed to me back then, or I was in somebody's sub box through like the Maker Studios or the Next Gen Tactics network, like Meatwagon or Guns for Hire or Spider Bite or one of those other creators, and you automatically sub to me, and now you're here wondering, well, what the hell, why? So what this channel is going to be about going forward is I'm basically going to share with you guys the things that I do. And kind of a nice view here, Princess Margaret Bridge. Yeah, I'm going to share with you guys the things that I do, and if you dig that, then that's fantastic. And if you don't, then that's cool. Like, don't hurt my feelings by telling me that you're going to unsubscribe. I don't mind. I would rather that you unsubscribe from a channel you don't want to see content from, rather than have your YouTube sub box spammed, because I know there's lots of channels out there, and there's just not enough time in the day for content that you're not interested in. But that being said, what are the things that I'm into that I'm going to share? Well, obviously it's summertime. I'm going to be riding my motorcycle probably from now until hopefully November, October, early November. That was kind of the riding season last year. And so that'll be a thing. And also I play and write music, play guitar and sing. So there will definitely be some guitar videos on here, some footage of my band on here, any live gigs that we do over the summer. And going forward, we're always going to have a GoPro running somewhere, capturing the gigs. And we have a pretty good sound system, so when we use our own gear, we can pair that with decent audio as well, as we dodge some more potholes. This is my first time running this road this year in this direction, so I haven't really scouted it out where all the bad spots are, so bear with me if I stop talking to dip, dodge, duck, and dive, so that I don't fucking blow a tire, or worse, get a really bad one and like come off the bike or something foolish. That would be terrible. So I think what I'm probably going to do is just take a quick ride right down through downtown Fredericton, so that you can see what a raging metropolis it is that I live in. Shout out, once again, I kind of did sort of a mini shout out, but I want to be a little bit more formal. So I'm in Fredericton, New Brunswick, and a friend by the name of Rebel Forged is in Moncton, and so he couldn't find any local moto vloggers, and he knows that there's a couple of guys in Halifax, but here I am now in Fredericton posting content, and I'm kind of trying to resurrect the channel a little bit, just because I do enjoy making videos. It was stuff got busy with music and family, and 2 kids. They're 5 and 8 years old. They're crazy. So, well, they're crazy busy. The older one's not too crazy. The little one's a little bit nuts at times. But thought I'd... anyway, I had to step away. And the time has come where I'm doing a bunch of things that I think are fun and cool. It may not appeal to the gaming crowd, but there's a lot of folks that have stuck around the channel just because, we kind of developed a bit of a community relationship and are genuinely curious and care about what I'm up to. So thank you for all the support, the continued support. And I know that I have a propensity to let you down when you think I'm going to come back, but I think this is the thing this time. I've got a bit of a pattern going. Anyway, hopefully the angle on this footage doesn't suck, because I'm pretty sure that I bumped my camera while I was, making some adjustments. So if it sucks, it sucks. I'll probably still post it if it's a good commentary. You can kind of bear with me. I think we're going to go right down the main drag rather than historic Queen Street. We'll take a rip down King. Actually, maybe we'll do a bit of both. See here. So there's a bylaw in Fredericton, and I think that it still applies, that we would have passed the cathedral back there in the square, and no buildings in the city can be taller than the steeple of the cathedral. And so, that's pretty limiting. When you get down here, you'll see we're going to pass the BMO building, and that's about it. Like 10, 11, 12 stories. I think that's the tallest stuff we have around here. So skyscrapers, they are not. Not even in the context of the late 1800s are these tall buildings. But anyway, people downtown here are looking at me funny as I talk to myself like a raging lunatic. I think we're going to swing down to Queen. Flashing green light Jeep. Fucking go. You dipshit. Fuck's sakes. Well, that's Officer Square. There's all kinds of cool events that go on down there in the summertime and in the fall when we have our Harvest Jazz and Blues Festival, which is an annual music festival, which really isn't totally focused on jazz and blues anymore, but there's lots of stuff going on all down along this area. Alright, I'm going to go past this Jeep. Late Sunday afternoon, early Sunday evening here, so people are not exactly in a rush, shall we say. Anyway, a couple of things to talk about as well. First off, well, wait till we get moving. Across this bridge before, so I'll take a slightly different route, I guess. Oh yeah. People here don't know how to merge. But on the flip side, people don't know how to let people merge, so you gotta always be on your toes. Always. Well, you gotta be on your toes anyway, but especially in Fredericton where there's merge lanes, if you are behind a vehicle and they're supposed to merge, you gotta be extra careful because there's a good to fair chance that they will treat it as a yield or a stop, and they'll slam on their fucking brakes. So if you go for, the necessary requisite head check, and kind of look over your shoulder before you make the change, I've had it happen to me a number of times where the vehicle ahead of me has stopped on the brakes in the acceleration lane when I do that head check, and I've almost bought it twice. This bike does not have ABS. I'm fortunate. I do go out and practice my emergency quick stops every now and then, which have saved me from rear-ending vehicles in that scenario, saved me from hitting a couple of deer, saved me from hitting a dog without laying the bike down. So, yeah. Off here soon, but kind of loops all the way up around Fredericton and the other side of the river. A lot of things in relation to the river in these parts. Yeah, so I had like 2 stories, actually 3 other things to talk about for today. First off, this week, very excited. Thursday morning, actually, heading up to Quebec City with a few friends to go see Pearl Jam. And that is a band that's been one of my favorites ever since 10 came out. Back in the 90s, they were one of my reasons, raison d'etre. Absolutely loved their music, always have, still do. Love Pearl Jam, have never seen them live, so that's a bucket list item that's going to be ticked off. And there's enough of us going that we're actually contemplating, like there's a crew of us that hang out at a local bar here in Fredericton called Mama's Pub, and it's kind of become our cheers. So a number of us that frequent that bar are going to the Pearl Jam show, which is very cool. And there's a number of different cars going, so I think we might actually look at chartering a bus to take us up, which will probably mean that beer and whatnot is consumed all the way to Quebec City. Whereas, if we have to drive ourselves, then a modicum of responsibility is certainly required. But yeah, if we have a chauffeur, all bets are off. And yeah, the second thing is that my kids finally, after years of having me as their father, never really kind of overtly knew what the F word was. My older daughter learned it when she got to school, but she's terrified that, not terrified, but she is very mindful of the fact that it's a very bad word, so she doesn't say it. But anyway, we were watching a video on the Hydraulic Press channel, which is, for those of you that aren't aware, it's just a channel where a guy in Finland takes various different objects and crushes the shit out of them with a hydraulic press. That's it. That's the premise. And I've watched a few of them, and usually the language is perfectly fine. And my younger daughter has become obsessed with crush videos. So anyway, the girls were sitting down watching the Hydraulic Press channel, and it's a video where he tries to fold a piece of paper more than 7 times with the assistance of the hydraulic press. And it's actually a pretty cool outcome in that the paper gets compressed and then almost fractures like a piece of limestone or gypsum or something. It's crazy. Anyway, when that happens, the guy in the video says, "What the fuck?" And my older daughter gasps and says, "Oh no, he just said the F word." And my younger daughter, who's 5, goes, "You mean what the fuck?" So the gig is up. They now are totally aware of the F word. But the good thing is that while it's my fault that they were watching a video that I thought didn't have dirty language that did, well, now they both know it. But it didn't come from my mouth, so that's a huge win for me. End of an era, if you will. If I ever let slip an F-bomb in front of my kids, well, I'm sure they'll chastise me for it, but I will not have taught them anything new. And I think that's the most important takeaway here. And last but not least, yeah, I said last but not least, but I think that's it. That's all that I had to talk about. So we're heading back in here into Marysville, and you've seen part of this before from a different route that I took, and I just joined up with I'm going to join up with a previous route, so I'm going to cut the video off there, heading home, get some supper, edit this video, and post it overnight. I still have DSL at home, which sucks, but it is my only option. Well, I shouldn't say that. I believe that the local cable provider might now be offering higher speed service in my area, but I have all my services bundled with one common provider, and I'm quite happy about that. The only thing I really have an issue with is the speed of the internet, but the thing is, I get an employee discount, so yeah, I don't know if I'll upgrade the internet. I also have to do some updates to software and whatnot. I'm using the same gaming PC I was using like 5 years ago, so my video software doesn't even support 1080p 60 frames per second. And even if it did, the file sizes are enormous. Even a 15-20 minute 720p 30 frame per second video, that takes me something like 6, 7, 8 hours to upload. The good thing is, well, the bad thing is that my internet's slow. The good thing is it's stable as hell. So I can do those types of uploads, and unless my computer crashes, I can be fairly confident that the upload will finish. So I just have been doing those overnight for these moto vlogs. That's why they come out first thing in the morning. Anyway, thanks for checking out the video, guys. If you liked it, let me know. If you didn't like it, let me know. I'm an equal opportunity comment responder, and now for those of you who are wondering, who the hell is this guy? Well, who's kidding who? You haven't made it that far into this video. You left 2 minutes in and possibly unsubscribed. So with every new video I post these days, I get almost as many unsubscriptions as views. But things will stabilize. It'll sort itself out, because this is the kind of stuff I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to bust out my guitars and show those to you guys soon. But for now, that's been another moto vlog. Happy first day of May, everyone. For those of you that ride safe. For everyone else, cheers. We'll talk soon.